I'm okay with just the one. I'm okay with no parallel universes. That's a frightening thought.
That really freaks me out. Like, I think I have no desire to travel through time, and I definitely believe that if you could, that's a huge responsibility, because like every little thing you do could completely change the course of time for you and everybody else. But I still find that less scary than the thought of there just being versions after versions after versions, especially ones that can into each other. Like that terrifies me.
A little creepy when he started stalking his family. I mean, it's his family, but he was turning into a stalker. Like, yeah. So, and then when Daniela and Charlie were sick, and he didn't want to leave, I'm like, okay, like,
right, you need to go.
Yeah.
Like, okay, did anybody? Okay, so maybe I found this weird. I understand the abduction part. But why did he keep beating him up? Like, what was the point of that part?
Yeah,
like, why did you keep harming him? Like, if your only thing was to, like, get him to the door and through it, I didn't understand that part.
His original world that pushed him to do this, because theoretically he's a very logical thinker. He wouldn't,
Do you think because Jason 2 knew the box, he was able to watch this original Jason's life over some years? Because if we look at the original Jason, he was okay with his life, but he saw that his friend was the successful one. So maybe Jason 2 was like, well, now it's my chance to... Hey guys, it's Glow. I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today is Friday and it is officially the end of my work week, and I'm really excited to just chill, relax, reduce my screen time as much as possible, and dive into the books that I've been reading or want to start reading. I am a slow mood reader, so on an average month I'll probably read 2 books a month, but if I'm on a roll I'll read 4 to 5. That's on a good month. And I've been so busy with work and other things that I'm at my just normal pace, 1 to 2 books a month. So the first book that I'm reading is Oathbound by Tracy Dion. It is the 3rd book in the Legendborn cycle. This series is my first fantasy, because I've completed the first 2. I'm trying to think. Yeah, the only other fantasy book that I've read, well, I haven't even finished it, was Fairy Tale by Stephen King. But this is really good. Again, 100 pages in. So if you haven't read the book, I suggest skipping this part, because I'm going to talk about my predictions and a few of the things that stood out to me so far. So my first prediction is that Sale and maybe his mom are going to come through and be a part of saving Brianna. And he, like, everyone thinks he's so far gone, but I don't think he is. I think he can overcome it just like his mom did. And then my second prediction is Alice, Bree's best friend. She might get some type of power, because right now she's in a coma, but she has a lot of aether in her. Aether. And I don't know, either she's going to completely 100% back out of everything, which, knowing her character so far, she's not going to back down. She might get some type of power from one of the people that she's around. Okay, this one is, I don't think Bree will end up with Nick romantically. Now, I'm one of those people that if there's some type of love triangle, I'd rather the main character be single. I'm going to be honest. I don't really care for love triangles, but I just don't feel between Bree and Nick, I don't feel the chemistry. I don't feel it. Like you can bond with someone, but that doesn't always mean it has to be a romantic connection. I don't know. I don't feel that tension as I did between Bree and Sale, but then Sale was lying, so was that even really real? I'd rather Bree just like how to manage her powers and rule everything, but I don't know. She's probably going to end up with one of them. I said it might be an all-out war between the Order and the Root Crafters, but I think that should be expected. I don't know. I think the Order, like the people that are trying to kill Nick, it's going to be something. It's going to be something. I think Bree and her crew of Nick, Sale, William, all of them, the Root Crafters, they're going to come together, like that small group, but then they might fight the Order, like the people that's trying to kill Nick and all of that, and trying to keep Bree's real identity hidden. They're going to fight, and then the Root Crafters are going to want to fight Bree too because of who Bree is from the Order. So I don't know. It's going to be a big war. It might not happen in this book if there's a fourth one, but yeah. I did write Bree might just become too powerful for her own good. And I said, will she become the leader of the Order and the Root Crafters, or start her own community? I don't know what that would look like, but I don't know. It's just so many things to speculate. My mind is going everywhere. And then two things that stood out to me so far was that Mariah expressing her jealousy of Bree. And it's so much going on in this book. Like, they have been set up, okay, by people that we thought we could trust. And I don't know, that kind of like gave me a little red flag. Like, okay, Mariah girl, I'm watching you, because like it's a normal thing, I guess, to feel jealous because of how powerful Bree is and all the attention's on her. But I hope that's something Mariah won't act on, and it won't be any other tension but what Mariah mentioned. Like, I don't want it to go any further than Mariah just having her feelings. I hope she gets over it. And then William being mesmered by Val, I thought it was pretty like petty, but Mariah even checked Val on that, and I guess it was for good reason, but we'll see. So that's what's going on in Oathbound. And then the next book, I haven't started it yet, is The Locked Door by Frida McFadden. Now, this will be my second read by Frida. My first read was The Co-Worker, and I seen reviews of Frida's work on Instagram, and some people say it's like a hit or miss, but based off of The Co-Worker, I don't know if you hear my radiator making this crazy noise, but if you hear this whistling noise, that's what it is. But The Locked Door gives, not The Locked Door, Frida McFadden's work so far, it just gives me Lifetime LMN movie. It gets the job done if you want a quick thriller, if you want to get out of a reading slump, or you just want something to read quick and fast. It's like only 300 and something pages, so that's a quick read. So I don't expect much, even based off The Co-Worker, which I think was okay. You know, I don't expect much, but I expect it to do its job and be that thriller that I need it to be. And so this last book that I'm going to get into more on Sunday is The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. It is a daily devotional, and all I'm going to say right now is that it is really, really great. It is so great, and it's allowing me to ask myself a lot of deep questions when it comes to my relationship with God and what I'm doing on a daily to have that show up. So those are the books that I'm reading right now. The book that I finished before all of this was Real by Kennedy Ryan. Highly recommend Kennedy Ryan's work if you haven't read it. And if you're looking for more romance, or romance by Black authors, or if you want to get out of that YA type romance and get into a more grown and sexy story, definitely Kennedy Ryan for that. I'm getting ready to read for a bit. And my thing with Oathbound has like 600 pages. So my goal here is like 50 to 100 pages a day. Again, taking it slow, taking my time, and really soaking this in, because this is a ride, okay? So I'm going to be starting with Oathbound today. Yeah, I'm on chapter 8. The way I just gasp at this book right now. The way I just gasp. I need to keep reading. I am on chapter 10 right now, and I think my prediction with Sales Mom Nastasia, I think that's her name, Nastasia. I think that's going to come true. I think she's going to help Bree, because Nastasia and Bree's mom, Faye, they were best friends. And because Nastasia doesn't know what's going on, once she finds out the truth, I think that's really going to launch her into action and want to help Bree. Okay. This book is crazy. It's like, I like kind of how this book is set up, because as the reader, you know what's going on, while some of the characters don't know what's going on. And then it's almost like, for some characters, things are getting revealed to both the character and the reader at the same time. So, okay. Hey guys, so I'm back in the house from my morning walk. While I was on my walk, I donated some books to a, what is it, Little Free Library, or Free Little Library. If you want to see more of that, go follow me on Instagram. I uploaded a reel regarding that. But y'all, last night I was falling asleep while I was reading. I made it to chapter 18. And I just had to put the book down. I had to. But it's getting to the point where, like, when one chapter ends, you're like, I need to know what happens next. So I'm gonna keep reading today because it's just so good. And I'm kind of on, I'm just too curious of what's about to happen. My prediction now is that Brianna and the people that she's with is going to, they're going to run into Mariah and Val because of what's going on. And then as far as Alice is either going to die or Mariah is going to save her. I think that's the only two options. And though this book is good, I'm still waiting for that gut punch. Like, I'm waiting for the wham bam moment. Like, just things are moving and it's interesting, but I'm waiting for that big moment. So, and what I like is that I really don't know when or where or who is going to be involved in that big moment. I feel like it's going to happen in this book, but we will see. So I'm about to turn on my music, relax, and get into this book. Child, this book is crazy. One of my predictions came true, and I'm giving this book a break for a minute. I'm stopping on chapter 28. So that's page 310. Yeah, it's turning up, okay? This book is turning up. But we're gonna put a pause in it. Saturday night, I'm about to go to bed. I've been reading this on and off all day. Tomorrow I'll get into my devotionals. If you're into it or interested, you just have to pick this book up. This is crazy. This is a book that I want, well, series that I want to be a movie so bad. I want this to be a movie so bad. So, yeah, y'all, I'm about to go to bed. I will talk to y'all tomorrow.
One week later.
Hey! Hey! How y'all doing? Hey guys, I know it's a week later, but after my last clip, I just got sick. I literally got sick. I woke up that next day, sore throat, wasn't feeling well, so I just had to rest, stop reading. I am halfway through Oathbound. I am stopping. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm halfway through, but I'm on chapter 34. And yeah, I am giving Oathbound a break right now. I'm just not in the mood right now to read it, but I'm giving it a break. And I just woke up today with energy, so I cleaned up the house and I want to get outside, get some fresh air. So the benefit of living in a city, we have a cherry blossom festival, so I'm just getting ready to go downtown, see what's going on. I think today is the kite festival. Be outside, get some fresh air, chill, relax, people watch. And yeah, I'm just gonna see what the kite festival is about. Might pop into a museum, walk around, again, just chilling. Good morning, guys. It is Sunday morning. I got my bonnet on. I just really kind of got up, but it's Sunday morning. I'm not going into church today, but I will be watching it from home. And I wanted to talk about, I wasn't going to include this part, but I am now. I want to talk about the daily devotionals that I read. It's two of them. One is In God's Presence by Bridget Marie. And then the other one is The Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren. And I want to make a distinction though. Me being a Christian, the Bible is separate from, they're separate but they're together. But to me they're separate in importance from my daily devotional. The Bible for me is what I build my life on. That's my foundation. This is God's way of speaking to me. This is how I learn about God and how I believe through my faith that I'm supposed to build my morals, principles, and life on. So the Bible is not a hobby. That's why I don't include it in like what I read and what I read in a week and all of those things. Because again, this is not a hobby for me. This is my life. The devotionals help me when I fall off and I'm not being consistent in the word and I'm not reading every day. This is where these come in, because it's almost like a boost and a tool to get me back to reading the Bible. Some days I'm not, sometimes, some days, some weeks, it's been months sometimes where I haven't been consistent in reading the word as I know I should be. But again, I crack this open and they refer to a Bible verse that gets me back into reading. So I just want to highlight these two devotionals, and then I'll put in the description box some other devotionals that I read that I really enjoyed, even the ones on the Bible app. I'll put those in the description box. 30th. Here is the devotional for today. So I see here it says Philippians, my camera, it says Philippians 2 verses 3 through 4. So I go over here, and this is the Bible that I'm reading, the Jesus Bible. It's the New Living Translation. They have the table of contents. So here, this underlined verse is what was highlighted. Philippians 2 verses 3 through 4. I'm reading this in my church group that I'm involved with, and this book has really allowed me to ask deep questions. And really, when I think about my purpose a lot, like literally it says, what on earth am I here for? I've asked myself this question, and I always wonder, like, God, what's your purpose for me? What am I supposed to be doing? Where am I supposed to be working? Where am I supposed to be living? All of those things. And as a believer and a follower of Christ, none of that is my purpose. They can play a part in my purpose, but it's not my purpose. My purpose here is to serve God, praise God, worship God, tell people about Jesus Christ so we can have more followers of Christ and believers and live for Christ. And in a world that's constantly pulling you in different directions, telling you what to be, what to do, how to dress, how to live your life, when you focus on God, it really makes everything so easy and simple and less stressful and less demanding in your mind, at least to me. This book, I'll show you an excerpt. So that's all I have for you guys right now. My eyes are so red. I'm gonna take a Claritin and probably just lay back down and watch my church service. I thought I was in the clear of being sick, so it probably wasn't that smart of me to go outside by the cherry blossoms yesterday, but I had fun, so I guess it was worth it. But that's all I have for you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next one.